Okay, so first things first. I need to give you the idea of an algorithm. Okay, so anybody?
That's how Al Gore dances.
That's terrible. Oh, we should just restart the video. No, it is not in fact how Al Gore dances. Thank you. So an algorithm is an extremely specific set of instructions. Instructions to accomplish a task. Cool. Think robot programming. Okay? Here's a principal example. I have a dog named Indy. Indy is extremely toy motivated. You guys ever met one of these dogs?
Yeah, you have to.
Like just, he is all ball all the time. He has no other modes. The only mode he's ever in is ball.
Also depressed when the bull runs into the couch.
Yeah, so Indy's algorithm is all about getting the ball thrown. Like, that is the task he wants to accomplish, right? So his task is get ball thrown. And he has a really specific instruction set that he goes through, and you can watch him do it. I should have brought him today, because it's fun. So, his specific instruction set starts with, has the ball just been thrown? If not, pick up the ball, right? And really this works if the ball's been thrown too, right? He goes to get it first, right? But the algorithm starts with pick up ball. Locate potential thrower. What does that look like?
And jump on people.
Yeah, usually that's me, because I tend to throw the ball and my wife tends not to. So usually I'm the kind of higher priority thrower. But there is some kind of decide upon a thrower, right? So there's some kind of a decide step here. But once he's located and decided on a potential thrower, what does he do?
Brings ball as a potential thrower.
Yeah. Drop ball at feet of thrower. You'll note that it went from potential to actual here. That's because he does not believe that you will not throw the ball. Okay, so he's bringing that ball to you and he's going to drop it, right? What are the options from there?
Chase ball.
So if you throw it, right, then he'll chase it. So there's a fork here in the algorithm, right? So there's a like, if thrown, go to spot 1. Pick up ball, and then what? Locate potential thrower, drop ball at feet of thrower. If thrown, go to 1, right? You guys will note this is really similar to the fork attack, except it's not forking, right? What would make this a fork attack?
Many dogs.
Yeah, if when you threw the ball, 2 dogs came back and executed this algorithm, right? So this is still an infinite loop, right? You guys see that? If you've ever met one of these dogs, you know for damn sure this algorithm is an infinite loop. They will do
Yeah.
this until your arms fall off, or you drop dead, or they drop dead. Or the ball goes under the couch. That's a possible problem here. So, if thrown, go to 1, right? Pick up ball. Then, what's the other option?
Else,
Yeah, if you don't throw it, right? Else?
Wine.
Yeah, so various dogs have various modes here. Whine is one, maybe sit. Like aggro sit is one where they like really slam their butt down so that you might notice that there's a dog there. Right, as though the slimy ball on your foot was not a clue.
My mom's dog rubs it into your leg.
What's up, Julian?
Does yours stare at the ball until you pick it up?
Mine does stare at the ball in a different spot. He refuses to look at the ball once he's set it down. He sets it down and then he like he's looking for where he wants you to put it, right? Okay, so otherwise, my dog in particular will pick the toy up and put it on your lap. Like, that's his mode. If you don't have a lap, he'll pick it up and try to put it where your lap ought to be. Right? So, pick up, place closer to center of thrower. Right? Like, really, he's aiming to get that ball right at your center. And he will put it as close as possible to that. So if you're sitting down, he'll put it on your belly button. If you're standing up, he'll bump it against your hip as high as he can and then drop it. Cool? So, then where does he go?
back to if thrown, go to.
Yeah.
Yeah, he really goes back to the if thrown step, right? And otherwise, he'll pick it up again. Okay, and then there's a couple sub-branches to this algorithm, right? So, one of these is this pickup ball step I have a little bit, like, problematic, right? Because he can't always pick up the ball. Adam was just saying that sometimes his dog's balls get stuck under the couch, right? You guys see that? So really I should maybe modify my pickup ball step, but this is a good simple algorithm, right? This would be how Indy would play fetch in an empty room. Well, with one thrower. You guys all good with this idea? You deal with algorithms every single day. There are a million algorithms that you deal with. The most common one is the Google search results algorithm. That's the one you guys know and love the most. You type something into Google, right, and hit enter, and there's some nonsense that goes on behind the scenes to calculate what results you should get. Is all good with that? That is a super heavy piece of math, actually. One of the founders of Google's dad is a dynamicist. He's a mathematician who studies very specifically a branch called mathematics. And he was employed by Google for a long time to kind of develop their algorithm. They now have a whole team of guys who work on this. And gals. Mostly guys, though, because they're sexist. Any questions about the general idea of an algorithm? Okay, keep in mind the extremely specific part of this relies a little bit on who you're giving the algorithm to. You guys see that? Like, in demonstrating this algorithm, I'm saying the phrase pick up ball.
No.
Right? That's kind of understandable for you all, right? Like, you all are at the level that pick up ball makes sense to you. This is my Roomba. His name is Spike. Is Spike at the level of pick up ball? Spike doesn't have hands, y'all. Pickup ball is not a step Spike's gonna manage. It's also not a step Spike understands. You guys with me on that? So when you're giving algorithms out, right, you need to be extremely specific to the level of the audience you're talking to. You guys cool with that? So if you're programming robots, that has to be really specific. There's a like super classic thing about algorithms, which is teaching a robot arm to stack boxes. Right? What's really important? Like if you were gonna program my arm to stack boxes,
How big the boxes are, and how many it's stacked.
yeah, you definitely need something like how hard to grab, right? How to find a box. Once you've picked the box up, which is a relatively simple step, when you bring it over to the stack, what do you want to tell it to do?
Gently put it down.
Gently put it down either on the ground or on the last box.
Or don't crush
Right? If you just program it to go to this coordinate and let go, it's going to have a problem. Right? It's just going to pick your box up and drop it. Right? So these algorithms depend a little bit on the level of audience you're talking to. You guys cool with that?